What is an adult problem you were not prepared for? The utter soul-crushing search for a job. It's entirely possible to lose your job through no fault of your own. Losing people, loved ones passing away is the hardest. Then there's the nasty breakdown of personal relationships, family relationships and friendships. Then there's the sad drifting apart that happens when life takes you on a different path to a person you were once really close to. Realizing that not even your parents have all the answers. And finally understanding that they were just figuring it out as they went, just like we are. Not having an all-knowing figure to give you the answers to all your problems is the pits, and I hate it. Edit. Just wanted to add that I agree figuring stuff out for yourself is rewarding and fun. But some things you really don't want to figure out for yourself, or can't figure out. And for those things it's nice to have someone to point you in the right direction. Edit. Holy upvotes Batman. 3k. I think this might be my most upvoted comment. The endless teeny tiny implications of adult freedom. You have your own medical insurance plan now. You need to pick a primary care physician. Okay, who should I pick? Up to you, but like, where should I start? How do I know which doctor to choose? Up to you. How do other people find one? They just pick the one they like. I don't know any of these doctors. Having to institute a complete body hair management program. Ears, eyebrows, nose, chest, balls, ass. Then losing it the only place I wanted. My head. Pain. Arthritis is ducking horrible, and early onset autoimmune arthritis is worse than just having an ache in one or two joints. I hurt all the time. Everywhere. And everyone just assumes you're faking it, or you're a pill popper. I'm not going to live another 20 years with this pain like my dad did. Not being able to sleep due to stress. Yet here I lay. Exhausted but wide awake. When I was younger I could sleep anytime. Anywhere. Going from having tons of friends to really having no one. Having a presentable place. And debating myself on why it matters. It always frustrated me when my parents had a guest over and we had to deep clean the whole house. Like, if it's my close friend of 8 years visiting, why do I care what they care about my cleanliness? And yet, every time people are over I find myself cleaning the apartment up for some reason. Dealing with your parents acting like children. How expensive living is. I worked all through high school, but my only bill was the gas I put in my car. 30 hours a week on minimum wage goes a long way on shopping sprees and nail salons when you don't have any other expenses. I developed nasty spending habits. Not the value of a hard-earned dollar my parents were hoping for. I'm not in crippling debt or anything. But sometimes having to spend money on groceries or utilities depresses me more than it rationally should. Having others rely on you as an emotional ballast. I can barely stay sane myself, let alone carry the weight of someone else's sanity. How expensive lamps are. How often you have to clean to maintain a clean house. The constant obsessive feeling that I'm fast running out of time to have an enjoyable life, even though I'm only in my 20s. How many adults I actually dislike. When I was younger, I thought my parents liked all our neighbors, all my teachers, all my coaches, etc. I've since found out that they thought most people were morons. Kind of like I do. Back hurting just from sleeping wrong. The lack of time for myself. Life is all work. Housework, yard work, child care, bills, emails, phone calls. Falling in love at an older age, but watching life speed by so fast. Wished I'd met her 30 years ago. Adults never actually growing up. I lost my wife of 35 years. There is no way to prepare, and really no way to describe that loss. Drifting away from school friends because moving away, but then struggling to make new friends in a new city. Edit. Wow. Didn't expect to wake up to karma and awards. Thank you, kind strangers. In my mind my mama should be about 40. She has always seemed to be so strong, but sometimes I want to fall apart when I see her take several attempts to stand up, or make excuses about driving on the interstate. She will be 70 soon, but to me, she is still young. I don't know what I'll ever do without her. Sustaining motivation to continue my responsibilities such as money and shelter. The increasing speed of passing years. Having nieces only makes the problem worse. Their age and the perceived number of years past doesn't align at all for me. Turns out, you get fat from overeating. You have to buy insurance, but can never use the insurance or else no one will sell you insurance. How quickly fruits and vegetables actually go bad when you buy them yourself. Trying to make friends. No one telling you to stop procrastinating. Realizing some friends are crafty and you shouldn't be friends with them anymore. Edit. Holy bejesus y'all. This blew my inbox the F up. And thanks for the gold. Just remember, you deserve to be happy, and if people are actively trying to take that away or hinder it, reassess that relationship. You don't need to kill it immediately, but definitely take time to really think about it. Having to have a genuine purpose in life. My job is destroying my mental health, but I need a job so I can pay my bills. If I reduce my hours for better work/life balance, I lose my insurance during a global pandemic. Preparing for retirement. Of course everyone knows they will stop working at some point, but now that I'm 40, it feels like I really need to get it together. Am I going to continue bad habits that negatively impact my health, or will I finally make changes to be healthier later? My new favorite worry, will I really have enough money to retire and live comfortably enough to have a good of quality life? 10 years ago this all seemed so far away. Now, it feels like I'm speeding to the next phase of my life. Gross pay vs. net pay. Holy crap, also. Still haven't gotten my first stimulus check. Deciding what to eat for 3 meals a day 7 days a week. Being the mature one. The snowball effect of poverty. Every major bill or unexpected emergency. $500. Takes you back 6 months to a year. It feels like you're on an escalator made of mud. Aging parents. The amount of family get-togethers you don't want to go to after you get married. When you're not in school, surrounded by your peers. Meeting new people and making friends is much harder, and in many cases almost impossible. And dating is a whole other ballgame. Then again, for a lot of us that isn't too different from how high school was anyway. I have no bloody clue what I'm doing. I surely don't feel like an adult. Being single and childless at 30 doesn't help. Most days, I feel like a kid playing dress up. I wasn't expecting that. Dealing with untreated childhood trauma. No one else is going to kill that bug. Woman hair. Random chin hairs. Popped up in late 30s. I feel betrayed. People rely on you. Both your parents and your kids. You become the filling in a responsibility sandwich and the weight of it is crushing at times. Getting dumped by someone you've been dating as an adult after months of thinking, you know this one is different. I really think we can make this work. Writing for a friend, of course. Crippling loneliness and romantic rejections. My heart is just dead. And now I feel empty inside. Medical issues and the costs associated with them. I went from a late 20s guy with no issues other than the occasional cavity to a late 30s guy with spondylolysis, OSA, anxiety, RLS, and hypertension in under 10 years. It's crazy that I'm taking medications and trying to improve my health because my doctor said I could die in 20 years if I don't shape up. Seriously. I just want to drink beer, play guitar, hang out with the missus and maybe smoke some weed now and then, but these last years have hit me like a ton of bricks. And from what I understand it keeps getting worse. How ducking dark life actually is. Like, is this all we do? Just grind away at jobs we try to care about, but no one else cares about. Barely able to afford our bills/houses/debts. constantly struggling with relationships and trauma, and watching our political system fail us. Our country fail us. Our systems fail us. Like, this life is not what happy adolescent me dreamed it would be. Sorry to get real dark on y'all. Cliques and bullies are just as bad in the office as they were in school. Being when I laughed too hard. Hello. I was in no way prepared for the fact that one dark horrific day I would sit on my own balls. Which is definitely something someone should have mentioned. It left me feeling different somehow. Just how hard it is to lose weight once you're past your 20s. Having a gorgeous woman you are crazy about and very turned on by in bed. And having your penis not cooperate. No. It's not you. You're the best thing ever. I'm tired and my chronic pain is flaring up, and I had 3 drinks instead of 2, and I'm in my 30s. Come on little soldier. Fight the good fight. How ignorant so many people are. And seemingly pleased with being so dead. Basically being alive. No joke. I never planned on living this long. Edit. I'm 24 now. 5 years past what I thought would be my end. I'm so sorry that so many of you feel the same way about yourselves. I hope you either find your peace or a reason to live. However small. Meanwhile, plan as if you're going to live till 70, so you're not stuck up the creek without a paddle. Stay safe. I love all of you.